This is your Weather Extreme video for this Sunday morning, January 29th. Meteorologist Bill Murray sitting in for Brian Peters, who is again off at a storytelling festival this morning. He'll be back next weekend, but it's my pleasure to sit in his chair on this last Sunday of December. And I hate to tell you, but the internet was down at my house, so we're having to resort to rudimentary graphics this morning. This is the daily weather. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's from this date in 1936. Birmingham's second biggest snowstorm, 11 inches in 24 hours. It started snowing about 7:30 that morning. It didn't quit for 24 hours. What a snow lover's dream. Of course, that winter of 1936 was sort of a nightmare for central Alabama. Big tornado outbreak on January 18th, and then it turned cold. And some of the coldest air we've ever seen in Birmingham happened during that time. And toward the tail end of it, low pressure across the Gulf of Mexico. Big area of precipitation moving up into the southeast, and as you know, that's the recipe for big snows in Alabama. I know you're tired of hearing it, but we have to look at the drought monitor. The drought monitor shows we are still in the midst of a drought. Of course, it's gotten better over the past few weeks, but we still have a large area of extreme drought, especially there across southern Tuscaloosa, northern Shelby, southern parts of the Birmingham metropolitan area, and a large area that continues to be in severe drought. So we're very concerned about it, and we really need to be making up some ground in terms of the rainfall department. But let's look back at January now from a temperature standpoint. It was much warmer than normal, some nearly 10 degrees above normal the entire month, and that's averaging out what we expect over the next few days into what's happened so far. But you can see really a cold snap there at the end of the period and a cold snap there around the end of the first week into the second week of January have been the only cold spots that we've seen this year as our roller coaster ride of temperatures continues. Now, past 90 days across Alabama, we've actually picked up some decent rains in a couple of big clumps, and that has allowed us to get to nearly 2 inches above normal for the past 30 days. But I don't have really good news in the long run. We've made a dent in the drought over the past 90 days, but you can see all that brown area is still below average rainfall, and so currently running about 2.7 inches below normal for the past 90 days. And if you go back a year, we're still running 9.3 inches below normal. We've still got a long way to go to climb out of the drought. Unfortunately, I don't have much hope for you. Here's the latest run of the GFS. Showing you precipitation totals out through Monday the 13th, and that's not really good news. North Alabama might be a little bit better beneficiary, about 2 inches of rain, but Central Alabama going to be lucky to squeeze 1 to 1.5 inches of rain out of the next few days, unfortunately. Looking at the mid-level maps this morning, we do see a short wave rotating through the big upper trough. You can see that trough covering most of the eastern United States. The yellows and oranges over Alabama, that's enhanced spin in the atmosphere, vorticity, associated with that short wave disturbance. That's going to give us more clouds today. Just not much to work with in the way of moisture. Not really unusual for late January, about 0.4 to 0.5 inches of precipitable water. That's on the low end, but not on the terribly low end. But the system just really doesn't have enough moisture to squeeze out into precipitation. Now, the GFS is a little more hopeful today that we'll see a little bit of showers. But I tell you what, that's not going to help, folks. So we'll deal with the clouds today. Don't be surprised if you see a sprinkle or two, but that's about the best you can expect. You can see that big trough over the eastern United States, jet stream very active, the polar jet. Riding up into western Canada over a big ridge and then diving southward through the plains and terminating in a trough over the eastern United States. There you see those Sunday showers that we might be lucky enough to get, but that's going to be the last chance of rain until probably Friday. Looking at temperatures over the next 16 days from the GFS ensembles, you can see that we're going to be cool today. Temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s. You'll probably be around 48, 49 up around Hamilton, Gaston, 278 region. Lower 50s in the I-20 corridor. You might see some middle and upper 50s over south central Alabama. Will be a little warmer tomorrow, but not much different. The trough is still having an impact on us. We'll be below freezing again tomorrow morning. And then we enter a bit of a moderating period. Temperatures go back into the middle 60s. That's above normal for this time of year. Average high around 54 degrees. And overnight lows will be in the 40s, which isn't too bad for January either. You can see a little bit of a cool down there coming into the weekend, and we'll talk about that. Now, as we go through time, we see that subtropical ridge really strong over the southeastern United States. It sort of flexes its muscles, keeps us dry in the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, Thursday also. But by Friday, we'll see a cold front trying to slip in from the north. And as it approaches, we could see a few showers by Friday afternoon. But the subtropical ridge will have just enough strength still at that time that it will be able to repel the front, or at least stall it out until a stronger shortwave comes along on Saturday. Now, the GFS, the overnight run, much more bullish on the idea that we might see an increase of rain chances come late Saturday through much of the day on Sunday and into early Monday morning. Indeed, predicting at least somewhat of a soaking rain for Alabama starting late Sunday or Saturday afternoon and continuing for most of the day, dumping around 1 to 1.25 inches of rain across most of the area. And believe me, we will be very happy to take that. Now, we've been counting on looking out the long range that we would see a continued stream of these events. And looking out in voodoo country, Wednesday, February the 8th, looks like another system could be taking shape over the Gulf of Mexico. Could spread some rain up into south and south-central Alabama, maybe as far north as the I-20 corridor. That's a long way away. We'll hope that system takes a little bit more northerly track. And then just about 3 days later on Friday night the 10th, another system sweeping by to the north, bringing us some rain chances then. But those rain chances, again, look like they could be pretty slim. So a little bit cooler today. Temperatures upper 40s, lower 50s. A little bit more cloudy than yesterday. But expect more sunshine, some moderating temperatures as we head into midweek with the hope of some rain for next weekend. That's your Weather Xtreme video for this Sunday, January 29th. Been my pleasure to deliver it to you. I hope you have a really great day. I hope you join us for Weather Brains tomorrow night. I got to go find a guest. I haven't gotten one yet. The one last week was so good, I think we'll just play the show again. Really, no, just kidding. We'll have a great guest tomorrow night on Weather Brains. Hope you get to join us then. And James will be back with the Weather Xtreme video tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon and all through the week. And we'll have frequent updates right here on Alabama WX. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and God bless.